like backwoods and shit.
Do you want me to tear up the cancer patient for two?
Okay.
No, because you're the only one here who like doesn't like to smoke blunts regularly. Like,
It's fine.
no, but like you telling me, like, is it
Just roll a fatty?
Just roll a fatty? Man, okay.
All right.
Yo, you know this album's about to drop in fucking like
What
3
kind of weed
weeks?
is that?
What?
What kind of weed is it?
It's their shit.
Under Empire Records, bro.
It's sativa? Okay. That's what I needed.
No, just one tray.
Yeah, no, I don't smoke indica. Like, I will go to
Especially
in the middle of your podcast.
I smoke both, but
I don't even need the grinder. I just need the weed.
Oh, well, I didn't. Well, yeah, but last time we got shake, it was all fucking seeds.
No, chillin'. Dude,
I
this
just
album
wanna
is
live
dropping,
on
Chris.
I got an ounce for $88.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I know, like, we normally just get, like, whatever, like, they have on, like, special for shake. Because it's, like, all
$30 for an ounce.
Yeah, it's like, I'll still get high off this shit. You know,
Yeah, just dump it.
I've never done anything like this.
Right, I was
We
about to say
just
that,
talk.
too.
Yeah, just enjoy yourself, Jess.
Right. I just mean, like...
For now, like, our thing is, like, we like to bring people together, have a good time, smoking high.
Cool.
We only do this shit because it's good for the internet.
I would really like
Yeah.
for him to have
You're
a
trying to
segment.
put positivity out there, but also, like, influence.
Like,
You know what I mean?
like
But
real talk, I would like to have.
My thing is I like to bring people together.
Right, yeah, hell yeah.
And we just so happen to record.
I would really like to give him the microphone for like a fucking second or two
Yes.
because
So
he
we
has
only
the
got-
Nuvo shit.
We only got 2 mics. So Danny and E.T. have a mic now. Danny will always have a mic. And
Yes.
then we'll pass the mic on throughout the show.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, like, but you can talk the whole podcast.
Right, yeah, you just might not be heard as much,
Yeah, you
right?
might just be heard on camera.
Right,
But at the end
yeah.
of the day, we're having a real conversation.
Yeah, 100%.
But you know the like the Asian French fusion restaurant I want to talk about and shit.
No, you didn't mention that. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I'd love for him to just have his moment. To be like, yo, this is what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
There's so
I'll
much
talk about it a
content.
little bit.
Come
There's
in.
so much content here. And then my girl Jess right here from
I
Florida.
did you hear the door move?
I didn't hear the door move. I didn't hear
That's-
shit.
That's somebody coming from the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't hear
you're just
shit.
hearing, like, the...
Oh.
Little air pressure change with it.
Okay.
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, well.
Me and her heard
definitely-
something. We both went.
Yeah. For real. Like, what was that?
Dude. Flags.
Oh, you scored?
The Oilers,
They
come
tied
on
it up.
now.
They tied it up.
Oh.
I just like Tampa. It's not a Florida thing.
Go Sports!
I'm cool with Tampa. Right?
I love Dolphins.
Who's EDM?
I love the Dolphins.
Like Tampa Bay Lightning can fucking win
Okay.
whatever they want. I'm cool with that as long as Detroit's not
8 teams in Canada and the NHL.
Chris,
8?
Okay.
this fucking album about to drop under Empire really fucking soon. Who's that?
Hi.
Why don't you just say hi like a normal?
Hi there, yo, it's totally cool you're here. I'm like, who's that? I got scared for a second. Like, excuse me. Yo, listen, I got a call this morning. There's a warrant out for my arrest. So, like,
She's the police. She's gonna arrest you from the bathroom.
I don't know.
She's been waiting for. She knew she
Steven,
wouldn't be
did I
here.
not pick up that call this morning?
I just.
They were like, yo, there's a fucking warrant out for your arrest. Like, why?
Well, I mean, you kind of do like.
Yeah, I was still like, dude, I've been talking to them fucking
Well,
bitches.
no, I mean, at first, no, but then yes, because, like, he sent that email, so, like, you thought it was, like, all kosher.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like.
They got me on FTA. There's a bench warrant out for me right now. It's so stupid.
I'm saying it's like.
Would you like to hit the
I've
phone
also
now?
gotten a call like that, and I get it. It's stressful at first, but like it's way better when you know when it's out.
I know, but I've got to go to fucking Europe in August. Like, I need to clear up my warrant before
Oh,
that.
that'll be easy though. I guarantee. Like.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. Go
Right.
spend 2 days in jail. It's
Not
cool.
even. I bet you don't even have to do that because it's the bench warrant. I bet you can call the court and be like, "I was on the call. I sent an email, blah blah blah," and they'll be like, "Okay, we'll rescind that." I just did that shit.
That's what they said at first. They put a warrant out on me.
Just send me to jail for a couple days. And
You know what I'm saying?
I
Just
won't
like,
have
I'm
to
cool
deal
with it.
that
Just
shit.
put me in
Well,
jail
the
for like
problem
2
is, for
days.
an FTA, you'll still have to deal with it. It feels like go to jail for a week.
Yeah,
and
you
then
still
you'll have
got a
to deal with
fucking
it.
court date.
Problem is, it's an FTA, so like they're just locking you up because you didn't show up in court.
You still got that court date, and then you've got the court date for the FTA. Like,
Right.
it sucks. It's not a fun time. It's not my first FTA. It's just the
Don't
most
break the law,
annoying
bitch.
one.
Just don't break the law, bitch.
It's just more annoying. I didn't break the law, damn it. I crashed.
I'm not saying, look, but
I didn't break the law, damn it. I just
look,
drove.
you already know.
I'm a sovereign citizen.
That has nothing to do with breaking law or not.
I'm a sovereign citizen. I didn't break the laws on my law. I wasn't driving. I was traveling, huh?
My dad had a bunch of like unpaid tickets and shit.
Yeah.
And he just went to the Navy. And
Was this in Alaska?
Oh, so what?
No, I'm legitimately asking. I wasn't like trying to make.
No.
If they said, "Hey, we can erase all your debts,"
Okay.
to sign up to the military.
I've been there, done that.
My question is, how many people do you think sign up?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
I'd sign up.
Over 50%.
Yo, listen,
well,
I've got
I think-
family
I think-
here.
I
We
think
both
the
been in
more-
the
I think
military
more
here.
interesting thing is you have to break down by demographic of like range of debt, right? Because if you got less than $10,000 worth of debt, it's like why?
Not worth.
Like fuck you. I'll just pay that shit off slow, right?
No,
But if
Nah.
but I'm saying like to understand the percentage of people that agree, like that sign up for it, right? Because if you have $7,000 of debt,
but $7,000 might be a lot to somebody.
right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that like, but you're gonna get less people with $7,000 of debt saying I'll sign up for the military if you erase it, versus people that have
$15,000.
$20,000 of debt. They're like, yes sir.
No,
Here
no,
I am.
okay. Side note, criteria.
Side note, I had
There's
no debt.
criteria in order to get into the military. So just
Yeah.
because you have debt, they're not going to be like, well, we'll just take you fucking take you, right?
no,
So,
no,
like,
no,
there's
no,
not
Here,
criteria.
pass it,
Wait.
But if they get to the point where they say that means they need anybody.
Right.
So at this point,
Right.
they
We're
probably
just saying.
So, like, I can.
I mean, they wouldn't take anybody.
Well, just wait. Well, no. Okay, right.
I
But,
isn't
okay.
really
Like, when I
as
take
much
it
as
out,
other shit, but like,
If I can, I think what he was saying though is like, so like not that you get through, right? But do you sign up if they say we'll erase your debt? Like you join the military, we erase your debt.
I
You
did
say,
totally
I'll go
bitch
for
slip
it. Now
it.
maybe they say you can't because your eyes are too
Sorry.
bad.
It's a
But
wet
that's not
time.
what we're saying. Who
Yeah, I'm
all
terrible, I'm
tries?
sorry.
Who all tries? What percentage of people try
who's
it?
all gonna try to figure
Who
out a
all's gonna
loophole?
try to
Maybe
do
you
it
can sit
to
behind-
erase their debt?
You can sit behind a desk, be in the kitchen.
I'm an officer.
You know what I mean? Like,
You're
who's
not
all
a
gonna
fucking officer.
try to
No, I
figure
didn't
it
say
out?
I'm an officer.
You're
I'm saying.
Pippi Longstocking looking fucking dreaded.
First of all, you hear this shit?
Not only is my debt getting erased, now I'm pretty much set for life because no matter what company you go to, if you have military, they pretty much consider you first.
Yeah. I'm a veteran. I was in the army. I played that game.
You
Been
know,
there,
I did
done
my
that.
time. Yeah.
Cheers.
Decently.
and then you definitely get
I went
like
to the military too,
health
motherfucker.
insurance and
I just
benefits.
went AWOL.
Welcome to the Puff Responsibly Show,
Hey, thank you.
hosted by Flex on the radio.
Hell
Brought
yeah.
to you
Hell
by
yeah.
Flex on the
Do you get all
Shout out
that?
baby girl Danny on
Let me follow
Instagram.
you guys on Instagram real quick, like while we're at this.
Yeah,
I updated my IG.
can you
Yeah,
shout out? Can
you
you
know,
shout out
like-
your IG on the camera?
Yeah,
So I can-
updated my IG name. It's baby X girl X Danny.
Spells out how?
Can you type some shit in there for me? Know what I should be following for this and everything?
Yeah.
And then I'll probably switch it over to the Nuvo account, and I'll have Nuvo follow you
Yeah.
guys as well, because that's like the business.
So baby girl Danny is one. Who's the other fucking
Let's do Puff
account?
Responsibly.
Follow
Puff
Pop?
It's not a personal panel talking about nothing.
How do you spell about it? How do you spell it?
PUFF responsibly.
It's literally puff responsibly. If you can't spell that, then
Sometimes people got problem spelling.
Are you the teacher? Right? Okay, yeah.
Listen, I'm talking about you
First
guys. You
grade?
hear that?
be more responsible with your words.
Great. Yeah. He said,
Me or
how do
him?
you spell that? You said
People.
PUFF responsibly.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
You know,
you
just
don't
like
get time off, do you?
if you can't spell puff and you can't spell responsibly, maybe you shouldn't be doing either.
I'm retarded. Like, it is what it is, dude. I actually got put in special needs class for 1 year and then gifted the next year. Like,
What your school year at?
So this last year I homeschooled. So I homeschooled. I won't put that much information out, but I homeschooled this past year. So it was done. Like the end of May. So like back home in Georgia, we start school at the beginning of August and we end school at the end of May.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, that's a normal year.
That's how it's.
Yeah,
I grew up in
that's
Kentucky. And it'd be like beginning mid-August and like mid-May.
May. Yeah, that's how far it
Remember
was.
when like I think there was like 1 year in elementary school. I started in like September.
So
There was a year like that for us in middle school, but that's because of a hurricane.
Oh,
Not
see, so we
very.
never, our shit obviously never got pushed off of hurricanes, but the same way, like, you never had a snow day in your goddamn
I
life.
never had a snow day in my
Right.
life.
Yeah.
I've never had a snow day in a school year, damn it. Fuck you
Right,
guys.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, I've also
Earthquakes.
never gotten my school pushed back for, like, a hurricane, right? So, like, in the same way, but, like...
We got
so,
weeks pushed
it
back
was,
for
like, My
hurricanes.
junior year of high school, or no, I want to say even my senior year, we had enough snow days throughout the winter that, like, initially, when I started my senior year, like, my projected graduation date was like May 16th or some shit, right?
Mhm.
And then we had enough snow days.
You got pushed
We
back.
had enough snow days, dude. I didn't graduate until June 3rd.
Yeah, we've had a year like that.
It's crazy.
Dude, I've never experienced that. Snow days don't make sense to
No,
me.
we had some back-to-back
I'm sure.
hurricanes.
Hurricane don't make sense
You
to me.
would've
What,
been-
Katrina and Wilma?
You would have been
Yeah, Katrina and Wilma, right?
Because I was in like high
But-
school.
but-
Are you talking Andrew and Wilma or Katrina and Wilma?
I'm from California. We don't have
Yeah, Katrina
natural
Wilma, right?
disasters like
And
that.
so-
I know, but
Yeah,
the
I
shit
was
does
in
burn
elementary
down
school.
once
I
every year,
remember
don't
it.
Not when I was
Just
in.
saying,
Not
Not,
when I was
not where you were at.
younger.
Not where you were at.
When I was in middle school, and
Alright.
shoot,
Summer job.
Hey, your summer job.
What was it?
I'm really changing the subject.
What's the
That's
summer
fine.
job?
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
pause.
Read it. Okay.
when I grew up, we didn't really have fires like that. All of a sudden,
Oh.
like in the last 10, 15 years is when fires really started
Global
happening.
warming, baby.
So I never had a school day where like
you didn't grow up with a freedom.
I'm
You
listening
heard
to
it
you.
here first.
Not
Climate
really.
change.
not even earthquakes.
You never had a school day that what?
We never had like
That was like a
snow
fire
day
pushback.
type shit.
Of
Like we
course,
never had.
California, you don't get snow days.
You again!
I am obsessed
No, I'm
with
just
all
fucking with
dogs. What's her name?
So anyways, you never had a school day that was what?
Pushed back. Like
Pushed
I never
back
had
for-
extra school days to make up unless it was
Right,
summer
like,
school.
so we didn't have any like fires in Florida ever. Everything's wet all the time.
Well, yeah,
100%
but
humidity.
you would have hurricanes.
Right, so like we had weeks pushed back, and like this is not exaggerating. How she was just mentioning Katrina and Wilma, back to back, we basically had like 8 weeks of school pushed back in 1 year. Like
Right.
no power, trees in the road, fucking no type of anything going on, but just like lit.
Look at you.
So what's the subject today?
No lie, the middle schoolers that came to Georgia
From Tampa and shit.
Bruh, that's the first time I seen little niggas with gold teeth.
Yup.
I had middle school kids with gold teeth in the suburbs. I said, you don't send them back to 49.
Yes, bro. Send it back to the bayou. Send it back to the Gators, please. Yo, whoa, watch that. Yo, you just spelled a whole bunch of
No, I
tobacco.
didn't. It's just
It's
tobacco.
tobacco, yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Hold this.
Yeah, can
I'm just
Can we
going to
speed it
pass.
up? Yeah.
I'm cleaning up.
Alright, cool.
I'm talking about straight gold.
Yeah, if
Dude,
you
they're
said-
wild. Anywhere outside of where you're from, it's like
you said-
that's why we
you
had
said
that
you can-
conversation where it was like the whole like percentage of the fucking population.
he said they can go sleep in the Thunderdome again. All
Not
right?
only that, but like
No,
we
but-
also have Florida man.
We also do have Florida man.
Fucking Florida
Viral.
man.
Yo, viral.
Everyone apparently knows about Florida
Listen, when the dude hit the other dude's face, I wasn't too far from that. Like
Oh yeah,
it
bath
was
salts.
it was current events
That
there.
dude ain't
You know that wasn't
that
bath salts?
Anatomical
You probably think it was bath salts, huh?
Yeah.
That wasn't no bath salts. You know what that
One thing
anyway.
that you guys can understand that like Colorado people don't understand is like going on a walk and there's a body of water and you're not just looking to the side.
You're not going to walk into it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Like here, you can just walk around water.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, the first time I was swimming out here, they brought me to fresh water. I said
I
no.
have to condition myself to stop looking around for gators. I'm like, nigga, I'm in Colorado. There are no fucking gators.
There's no
yeah.
lizards.
I'm on a walk.
Well,
There's no lizards.
Fun
I'm
fact.
conditioned to this
Fun fact,
look.
did you know there are gators that not naturally, they were brought here, but they do exist. It's like they live just fine. There are gators in Colorado in one place.
Yeah, in a gator farm. Whatever. Go
Well,
fuck
no,
yourself.
but like there's one spot in Colorado. It's out near the sand dunes. But because of like the geothermal heat and everything, all the water that sits there is warm enough. They have a whole gator park. Now I'm with you.
Yeah.
Gators don't live in Colorado.
They don't.
Fun fact: one little spot in Colorado.
No,
They,
but
like,
Mr. Atlanta,
when
I
they
feel
just
you.
like straight up.
Animals, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Listen,
But
like
it's
Mr.
it's
Atlanta,
so
like I feel
common,
you.
'cause, like I grew up in Loxahatchee. Like there's just dirt
Gators
roads
eat
and,
your
like,
dogs.
canals out there that I was
Gator eat
swimming
your
in.
dogs out in Loxahatchee.
Oh, they do eat your dogs out in Loxahatchee, and like they swim.
Gators
along,
are
like, they're
more
small, you
popular
can grab
than
and go,
fucking,
but
like,
they're big,
flies.
You got to get out of there. Like once you swim and you know, like the water moccasins are out there, shit like cottonmouths. Like we
Do
be
you
playing
remember-
with fucking dangerous shit out there. Totally fine. You go to another state, but like, oh my god, it's so scary.
Do you remember how fast we talked about this? Do you remember how fast gators on land run?
They gallop.
Fucking their
No, but do you remember how fast? Exactly.
I don't know.
We got 25.
30
Hey, we
miles
gotta
an
start
hour.
the show. We gotta start the show. We gotta
Okay.
start the show.
Let's start the show.
Mike, super short show.
All right, Mike, check 1, 2.
Hey, you guys do Danny, open up the show. Just say whatever you want to say.
Did you want to like mute the TV and shit?
Yeah,
No.
Music
Hello.
ride, but I want to hear this show.
Hero.
Yeah, this.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing this listening
Haro,
song.
Nagasaki,
I don't know who wins game one.
Hero.
Honda,
All right, like I said, this
Chinese.
is the Public
Kawasaki.
Rescue Show brought to you by Flex Center Radio.
Hi, welcome to the Puff Responsibly Show. I'm Danielle. We know who I am.
Oh, I'm ET. Shout out Danielle and fucking Kristen for bringing me on the show.
We're here.
Christopher, huh?
Plus friends.
Plus friends. Shout out for everybody on Plus possibly for having us here tonight.
It's Wednesday. We're getting, I don't know about wasted.
We haven't been in the studio in a couple of months.
We haven't been here in forever.
Like March. We haven't been in the studio or not studio.
I haven't.
That's happened since
I
March.
personally.
It's all set, for tonight, this is the studio. Ain't it?
I'm so used to having the studios. It's like this is.
Listen, these guys are really professional. There's a reason I keep coming back here. Like, first of all, you're the only guys who've ever asked me for to be a regular.
Was like the March show.
It's been a while. I haven't been here in forever too.
I remember being here right before I left for that drive to Vegas. I was here like maybe 3 days before.
I've definitely seen him on this podcast. Like, I follow his stuff, and like he'll send me stuff, like clips or whatever. Like, I'll go on his page. Like, I mean, we talk all the time, so we follow each other's shit all the time. So like, I've seen him on here.
As the newcomers, what do you guys do? Tell us.
We smoke weed, have good times, maybe drink a little bit here and there,
I
talk
got two answers. Her answer and my answer.
Word.
talk some shit.
You better come on camera to
debate
say your
real
answer, though.
things, you know, all that stuff. You know, have fun. And puffing responsibly.
Been puffing responsibly all day.
Chris, you gotta come on camera. You gotta come on camera to say this though. No way, you gotta come on camera. You can't just say it off camera.
Sir Christopher.
You got to. It's special.
It's Christopher's
This is
answer
a
now.
special time, man.
All right, I'm gonna
You
sit right
can
here.
post it right here with us.
I'm gonna post it right here. Well,
Yeah.
I don't want to block it. I'll sit right here.
Yep. Yeah,
I
listen.
don't wanna
Post
block
up with
you guys.
us. Yeah. Here, I scooted over too. My bad. I'm sorry.
Whoever.
Yeah, all the way down. Nope.
All right. So we started the podcast. Oh my God.
This shit's live, baby. This shit's live.
I put it right there.
All right. So I started my brand in like 2014. And then my cousin used to work for the government. And when he stopped working for the government, he started a radio station. So when he started a radio station, at the time, he just lived. My auntie has a big ass house, so he still lived back with his mom, which is my auntie. So at the time, at the basement, he turned it into like a radio studio. So anytime I would come to my auntie's house, I would always be hanging. My cousin's like maybe 8 years older than me, so he's like in his 40s right now. So his radio show was really just about. I don't want to be on camera. His radio show. I just don't be on camera for real. His radio show. What am I saying? His radio show. He
Right.
just talked about a lot of government
Danny.
shit because he worked for the government for like
Cool.
20 years.
Yeah.
So he had all type of like insider shit.
And so this
So-
is just like born from that?
So hold on, I'm gonna break it all down because I haven't broken it down on mic in a long time. So I used to go over to my auntie's house, and every time he was over there, I would go down to the studio and just sit here and chill and just watch him do his thing. So one day he was like, "Do you want your own show?" Because he knew I had a brand, and I was like, "Yeah, I guess that'd be cool."
What brand is that?
Flex Lana.
Flexlana, baby.
Yeah. So Dominique, you can sit right here. Yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah, come through. Come on. Hello. Nice to meet you.
So after he asked me if I wanted to show, I said yeah.
I'm
But
sorry.
at the end of the day, it all came from like me and the homies kicking it. And then once he asked me if I wanted to show, I was like, damn, one of the homies did mention we should be recording our like conversations. So I was like, yeah, I'll start a show. And so all we did was we would smoke outside and then come inside and talk a lot of shit. And this was like 2015.
This is way before anybody really got legalized, even in the first place.
And this was back home. So
Right.
from there, I just interviewed a lot of entrepreneurs for the past 8 years. That was my thing.
Entrepreneurs,
And then
meaning
when
what?
I'm-
Like, you don't got to name names, but like, what kind of like businesses are you speaking? Like,
I mean,
just
just all
ranging.
type of people that got businesses back home in Atlanta. Like, just,
Right, but ranging from what?
Like content creators, like people that got like coffee shops, people that got like thrift shops, like just all type of just entrepreneurs.
Anybody out there grinding?
So I move out here, and obviously weed is legal. So in 2018, one of the shirts that we created, I put Puff Responsibly on. with the 420 logo because my birthday's on 420.
Oh, word. Sick.
Why
So
did
we
you
made-
put Puffer Special on?
Yeah,
Luck of the
sick.
draw,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Thank you,
All right,
thank you.
Congratulations. Good.
So
What did Puffer Special mean to you at that point? Like, why
So I
did you put
put-
that on a shirt?
excuse me, I was just high one day and I just put it on a shirt. So
Why?
put it on a shirt and that was my birthday shirt for that weekend.
Huh.
And so it's always just been a shirt. And so when I move out here, I move out to a legal state. And I'm like, damn, I could really turn the shirt into its own business and its own brand
Sick.
from here under this company. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
brand in which like people like even me found you and shit.
but
Like,
since I work with kids, I can't really. I
Just
can be involved, but I can't really be the main focus. So I was like, I gotta find somebody to be like, to do this shit with. And so I found Danny and reached out to her. She was like, cool. And then it's been a year from here. So been doing this shit for a long time. Just had to rebrand it when I moved to
Hell yeah.
Colorado.
No, that's cool, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
and Danny's definitely a dope fucking co-host. Like, no matter where it is, host or co-host, wherever you want to put her.
I met Danny on a dating app.
Word. All right.
That's
we
super
didn't
dope.
date.
I fuck with it.
But
I
no,
just got
but
a
that's the
Facebook
story
date
though.
for the
We
first
didn't
time, and I was
date
like, whoa, there's some
though.
cool chicks
We
out
We didn't
there.
date. Like I don't even know if you still have the message. I wish I have it somewhere.
Oh, no, I deleted it. I just recently.
Oh, no,
But I
nothing.
think the first message I said
But
was
it's
like,
so much like it's
"Do you want to do a podcast with me?"
Yeah, no, that's sick.
Yeah, I was like,
Yo.
I'm not even here to date. Like,
Yeah.
And
yo,
you can ask anybody I've talked to, like
people meet, right?
Yeah,
Steven,
like shit.
Steven and Jessica. Have I not both like said to you like, dude, Danny's one of like the most intelligent women I've talked to recently, like in ways that like that made me think different. Like every time I talk about this podcast specifically, I mention Danny for being like one of the first women that like asked me a question that made me go,
that was it.
huh? Because not only am I like not looking at you like in any sort of like way, but like also just like you at like when we had the Mac Miller Ariana Grande conversation. Do you remember that shit, dude? I promise you, you blew my fucking mind, and it was like I don't even like it immediately. It was like anybody I've talked to about this podcast has been like, he's a first grade teacher who does some really dope shit and like really is like just asks really good questions and is a good podcaster for any sort of thing. And I said, and then you were like someone who were
Speaking
just
of the questions.
speaking of the questions, do it up,
Yeah.
do it up. I'm rambling on.
Steven.
I'm rambling on.
Good to meet you.
Jesse.
Sweet. Questions. Yeah. Let's run
So,
some.
for today's show, it's Wednesday vibe or drinking vibes. Everybody's got their drink. Everybody's chilling and vibing.
Hell yeah.
So on the other side, I do want to start a debate show soon.
Okay.
So we're gonna use today's episode as a little bit of a debate,
Trial
a
run.
little bit of a trial run. See how I kind of want to run it because I really want to make it a YouTube thing. So
Are you trying to woogity me?
we're gonna trial run. So if people want to switch out mics.
Hell yeah.
But I
Talk
got a
your
list
shit.
of controversial topics. And of
Listen.
course, we all fuck with each other in here, so no emotional shit.
You know, my seat can be interchanged by anybody. You know what I'm saying? Danny keeps the mic. I can always be interchangeable with anybody else on the show. I'm so cool with that.
But leave the sensitivity at the door. You can be emotional.
Oh, we family over here. We
Just
cool
be
it.
sensitive.
Yo,
Talk your shit. You do all that shit. Use the flash. I think the flash was really cool.
oh, I feel like I've met you before. Were you there at that podcast party in March? Yes, ma'am, you were. Okay, I thought I recognized you. Okay,
Yes,
shout out,
ma'am,
shout out.
you were.
Do you want to pop up real quick? Like, shout out your shit that you're doing real quick? Okay, cool. Heard that. We got someone dope in the building. You're not even going to get to know who it is. It's all exclusive.
I need a yes or no answer.
All right.
And if you want to explain. If not, we move on to the next
What?
All right. Yes or no?
First question. For y'all two. Should voting be mandatory?
No.
Yes.
Anybody want to explain?
Listen, you can ask me if shitting in the mouth should be sexy or not. Vote on that, right? Man, that shouldn't be legal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even on that voting scale, right? You should ask me if murder is wrong or right. And I should be like, what do you consider murder?
No, I'm asking you, should voting be mandatory?
Right. You can't make me vote on something I don't fully agree with either way.
No.
And that's why you vote.
No.
That's
because
why in
sometimes
every
you don't-
section you can write in
You
your
telling me
own
you
vote.
was you told me you was one to vote between Hillary and Trump.
No, I wrote.
Yeah,
in,
he wasn't.
I wrote
he
in an
wasn't willing.
answer.
That doesn't
That's
count.
your right. You don't have to
You
vote for
think
the
the
people there.
machine's
That's
reading
why
your
there's an
handwriting?
open space
You
so you
think
can
that
write that
machine's
shit
reading
in.
your handwriting?
No, that was not a hand. I mean, I'll give a yes or no.
Pass up.
Yes or no? No, I don't think it should be mandatory.
Jess.
No, I don't think it should be required.
No, Mel. No,
I
should you
can-
vote?
now,
Yes.
wait,
Yes.
I'll
Go
give-
ahead. Here.
I'll give it. Yeah, all right.
No, y'all still in camera frame.
Oh, word. Okay.
He's on this.
Only person not in camera frame is
Sit the hell down.
So if you wanna
All
be in
right,
camera
yeah.
frame,
I mean, I'll give an explanation for why I say no. All right. Now, I do think no, it's not. I don't think it should be required. But also I mean, should you? Yeah, but also if you choose not to, then you just get to shut the fuck up about it, right?
Sure.
That's all it is. Well, yeah, exactly. Right. Right. You don't get a complaint. Don't vote. Don't complain. Vote. Then you can bitch, and that's where I stand on it. And it's a hard line on that one. Don't vote. Bitch all you want. Or no, you don't get a bitch. Vote. And then if Trump ain't your president, bitch. Right? If Biden wasn't your president, bitch about that. I get all that shit. That's where I stand on it.
gotcha. Next question. We moving on. Keeping it spicy. Is socialism better than capitalism?
What do you define socialism as?
What do you define socialism?
Okay.
Read out the definition of socialism for the podcast before I answer this question.
You want me to pull it up? The Google definition?
Yes, the Google definition.
Okay.
Can we
I
define
got you.
socialism before we answer this question? Because there are some mixed feelings on this. Now listen,
Socialism definition. Can I do that?
you can absolutely take this here. Can you spit in just close to me so you can be on this camera as well?
Sure.
Why do you want everyone in this camera
I know.
so bad?
Because this was also a camera.
Look, okay. So, socialism is an economic and political philosophy encompassing diverse economic and social systems characterized by a social ownership of the means of production. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because I need a yes or no.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
A yes or no?
So socialism.
Either or.
Capitalism.
Yeah. So socialism is directly defined as like a system where everything is owned by the social economic, right? So people who live around you are fucking part of your social circle and shit. As opposed to capitalism is we pay the fucking companies. Now, if capitalism wasn't around, we wouldn't have McDonald's and not have nothing eating on tour, right? So I fuck with capitalism, but socialism as a political structure makes a little bit more sense as opposed in just a more direct sense. It's we have more control over where these funds are allocated to. Now, who directs these funds in the first place probably shouldn't be on a socialistic structure.
He doesn't know.
It's not yes or no. It's capitalism.
It depends. It depends.
Is socialism better than
Oh.
No, it's not, because capitalism got me jewels,
No.
legal dab pens, and fucking McDonald's. So no, not a chance.
Time out.
Miss Daddy.
Socialism can get you all of those things also, but
Socialism can't have no
No.
McDonald's.
Wait, let her finish.
my answer is no. Because I don't want to have to share with other people or have someone else make those decisions for me. If I want to keep working for Amazon and grinding the way I want to grind, that's my choice.
Right. My
You
dream
know?
should be my dream.
I'm not trying to, cool, maybe I'll benefit more, but, also, I don't want my existence to be reliant on someone else's.
And I don't want my hard work to go towards somebody else, right?
Right.
It's I want my hard work to count to me.
If I'm making more money than him, why do I have to share?
Right. Well, it's and I want. Okay, look. where it all comes down to is socialism. I feel like the big one and the easiest one and the most obvious one is realistically is when we start talking about healthcare, right? It's socialism provides free healthcare. That's the biggest argument for socialism, and it's one that I agree with.
Fair.
I have some hefty medical bills. All right, I'd love to not have to pay those as well. I'd love to just have free healthcare. It's not the way it works right now. However, at the same time, I don't want to grind my ass off to build what I want in my life, and somebody else get these same things and me not benefit extra from my hard work versus somebody else's lack thereof, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, is socialism better than capitalism? Personally,
Mr.
I'm going to
Chris.
say no, but also, fuck you, sir. That is a heavy question.
Mr. Chris,
There's
Mr. Flex
perks on
Center.
it. There's
Let's
perks
just
on
flex
it.
that yourself.
I got the next question.
No, I got a question for you. Is capitalism better than
Are you just flipping it on us?
No, just hold up.
The question
Sorry.
is for you now.
Is communism
basically.
better than dictatorships?
That's
Is it?
that's
Is it?
All day, every day.
Is
All day,
it?
every day.
Is it?
We can all suffer as a society before I let one man say "fuck you, bitch." All right? Like,
Is it
what are
though?
we talking about?
Is dictatorship? Is communism better than dictatorship? Yeah, it's a wild question. I'm asking things that nobody thinks of.
There is a theory that people do live happier when they don't have to make
When they
decisions for
don't gotta make
themselves.
no decisions. I got the mic.
Next question.
Next question.
Next question. You didn't even answer that question though.
It's not.
I feel disrespected.
He's the one who asks the questions.
100%.
He's
Damn.
Alex today.
Should
That's Alex.
euthanasia be legalized?
Absolutely.
For humans?
Yeah. Self-suicide, absolutely. They do it in
Sure.
Sweden.
But like anybody can buy it?
Yeah.
Like I could just like
You're mentally sane.
I could just like go to like Walgreens and be like, you know what?
Yes, come here.
I feel like dying today, or is it like
No, like you
Like,
got like a reason to die. You know what I'm saying?
terminal
In
euthanasia.
Sweden, they have those whole fucking processes where they fucking like they go through cancer. Or they have
assisted
something like,
suicide? Yeah.
And it's just a suicide. Where like, it's not like you've been depressed.
But
your
they have
whole
to be
fucking life.
terminal.
Like you have like you have like a serotonin deficiency where it's like you can't be happy, right? You can still do that out there,
I'd just start doing drugs.
right? But then eventually the drugs are either like fentanyl or die, and like you could do
Mushrooms.
both either way, right? Like my whole thing is like, dude,
I don't know. That was intense.
I think euthanasia
If
should
I was
absolutely
like
be legal.
stage 4 cancer, terminally ill, been
We're talking
fighting
about-
this
we're talking
for
about legal
years.
euthanasia.
Oh, we're talking about like assisted suicide.
Yeah.
Assisted suicide be legal.
Should euthanasia be legalized?
Here you
So
go.
like for like
Mike's
for like
near you.
human. So like, okay, so like assisted suicide, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Like I have now. Okay.
But my question was like,
Yes.
are we just going to the grocery store to buy euthanasia drugs, or do we have to be terminal?
No, you go to a doctor's office first.
So if I may,
Right.
So
Yep, that's
I figure the easiest way right now, like to compare that, is currently in the United States. Even there are states that allow they call it assisted suicide, right? Which is I think the same thing as like euthanasia for all intents and purposes. And so in those states where assisted suicide is legal, there are like stipulations to it, right? It can't just be like I'm having a fucking bad day, guys. Like let me swing down to King Supers and right? Yeah. My boss just called me on my day off and asked me to come in. I'm gonna go by Safeway and pick up my local euthanasia kit. No, so like I think when we're talking about like legalizing euthanasia, realistically we're talking about doing it in the same sense as assisted suicide, right? So it's like if I have terminal cancer, right? They're like, oh, you're gonna die, but that's probably in 2 years.
But you know it's gonna be
And you're going to be
Right.
shitting yourself
Exactly,
at
right.
that time.
And if my life's gonna suck, now the way they do it with assisted suicide is there are stipulations. So do I think that should be allowed everywhere? Yes, personally, yeah. And that's where it stands. It's pretty hard line for me.
Yeah. Concur.
I agree 100%. Like that's where I was trying to put it with Steven as well. Like he put it perfectly. Like yeah, there's always stipulations to it. But should it be allowed? Like yeah. Dude, listen, I never understood euthanasia until I put down my fiance's cat one day. Oh, I clicked the button and I was blinking. What's happening? I'm so sorry. I've never clicked it before. This is the first time.
He said, "What's going on?" He said, "Try not to click the button."
He said, "Don't do it again, bitch. You're up the podcast. I give it to your cousin." No, but listen. It's like I never understood euthanasia, so I had to put down my fiance's cat. Ex-fiance's cat. I should put that there. Yeah. Right. Heartbroken. It's okay. But no, like this shit fucked me up. This shit fucked me up so bad where it was like, dude, I sat with that cat like 20 minutes after it passed. Easily. I held it. Like I was sitting there holding it, like just like, bro, and like I'm not afraid to say like I was crying my fucking ass off. I live for this shit, right? Like the moment I understood that, and I was like, I took this thing's life because it was suffering. Like, yo, I bought a salmon fillet. We're talking a whole salmon fillet. This shit weighed more than my cat. My cat ate the whole thing before she fucking got her shot. Gave her the whole thing. I was like, go nuts. Like, go off to heaven with it, right? So like, that shit really fucking touched me in a way where like, anything after I understood it. Like it was like sometimes you got that pain, and you don't gotta necessarily just be like physically going through that pain. Like sometimes, like bro, last Thanksgiving Day, actually, I made myself into a psych ward. I don't talk about this often. It's like the first time I'm going public about this. But like last Thanksgiving, I made myself into a psych ward. It was the first Thanksgiving I spent alone, like ever. Um, Thanksgiving was always the big family holiday. You know any Thanksgiving or Aunt Sandy's Thanksgivings, right? You've been to one. Oh, she's never been to one. But like, yo, big Italian, like, yo, I'm talking Sicilian fish and fucking, pasta. Bro, so this year I couldn't, bro. I had shit going. I was getting ready to go to tour that I did in March, right? My ex had a police case on her where I was trying to get the charges dropped for her, and then the restraining order dropped off of her. I had a restraining order on her that I didn't choose to get. This is all a mistake in the long run, right?
Was it a restraining order or a protection order?
No, it was a restraining order. She couldn't. So we're talking about the euthanasia. Right, it's like I've been myself into a psych ward. I've admitted myself, and like I've gone to places where it's like I've got nothing else to do, and I've had like a plan to off myself. Absolutely, like there's always been a plan. Like this is the way. Like this is gonna be the way, right?
This is the way.
I think there should totally be a way for people who just don't have anything else going on. Like if you truly think you're a waste of space, then be a waste of space. Like make way for someone else. Like, don't drag everybody else around you down. Like, if this is really all you can do, don't make a mess. You know what I'm saying? Don't make a mess when they find you. Just do it. Like, because you're going to do it anyways. If you really get to that length where you're going through a doctor's office to do this, you're going to do it anyways. Just don't leave somebody to find you brains blown out and shit. But I think it absolutely should be legal. Yeah.
Next question.
Sweet.
Right.
It's just dark.
This shit's heavy right now, boys.
Should hate speech be protected as free speech?
No.
Sure. Why not?
Depends on what you call hate speech.
So to be fair,
Oh, here we go.
No.
Pass that microphone.
Jess, you gotta get on camera. If you're gonna talk.
You don't have to be on camera.
She's shy, but I'm trying to get her.
You don't have to be on camera.
It's my cousin. She gotta be on camera.
he's gonna make me do it. I just have to figure out how to not touch the button like he
Yeah,
does.
just hold
You
it.
just hold
Yeah,
it.
You just hold it.
Okay.
Don't squeeze the buttons.
You just don't
Okay.
act like your cousin.
Just don't act like my cousin. That's fair. That's fair.
Have fun.
Okay. All speech has to be free speech because if you start saying that hate speech is illegal, what kind of speech is hate speech? So now it's everybody's hurt feeling. It's everybody's misconstrued concept. It's everybody's difference in reality or like personal choice. Like you can force people to live in areas or worlds or block speech in different ways. And like then you start turning into what? Like communist China? Like you ever like look at the things where like the Chinese
Right.
phone and like it redirects you? Like, okay, so what speech is hate speech?
Right.
So yeah, all speech has to be free speech.
So like this, there's a difference between like hate speech and like hate speech, right? You saying some shit like a joke or a fucking like you put it in a way where it's not like you have like a pull to do something about it. That's one thing. Now if you're going at like Hitler or fucking like some other political figures that we have that have been like, yo, go run out on these like certain group of people, like Saddam Hussein, for instance, right? Convince a whole nation to go against a whole other nation. That's like hate speech on a level where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna convince you to go kill a whole other group of people. Apartheid / genocide, right? But hate speech like a slur or whatever, like, yeah, it is what it is, bro. You're just stupid. You get your ass whooped for it. Now, do I think hate speech should be legal? Yeah. But do I think ass whoopings as a reaction to hate speech should be legal? Absolutely. Right? Like, if you're gonna say some shit to me like that, like, get ready to get like hands on you. Even if I don't win, like, I'm still gonna put hands on you for saying what you're gonna say. Right?
Yeah.
So that should be protected. But hate speech isn't like if you're a political figure where you're getting pulled and you're convincing the whole nation to go against another nation and like committing like mass genocide, apartheid, or etc.
Where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line? That's my question.
I draw the line on the influence. On the influence. No, I'm answering that question right now. I'm answering the question right now. Influence.
So where's the line drawn?
What is the effect? Right, you got cause,
And how much influence
cause,
that gave them?
right? Cause,
Right,
cause and
that's-
effect. Cause and effect. Your cause as mass or directly considered to your effect, right? That's the line. Is this? It's like the sentencing, right? Like if you have a gram of coke on you, that's possession. You got an eighth of coke on you, that's trafficking. right?
And so I'm
Like, so
saying-
you got like influence to statement.
Yeah, but if
Right,
you're
but
talking
there
about
has to be
influence,
lines that are
you're having,
drawn.
like,
You have
They
to
will be drawn.
decide.
They would be drawn, but I'm not the one to draw them. I don't have a law degree.
If you're talking about influence, though, then you have to be talking about what's open in the internet. So, like, if you're saying, like, you have to have censorship on the internet, like, what kind of censorship are you now talking about? You know what I mean? Like, that's speech has to be free speech. Like,
You picked a hell of a topic.
I'm gonna say this. You talking about a debate show? Can we you want to do a debate? Can we debate like whether or not MGK is a good artist or not? Can we like something lighthearted? Jesus, we're over here talking about shit that I need. No, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm just saying. Damn, I didn't expect some heavy questions.
Check this question out.
Let's hear it.
Is cultural appropriation always wrong?
I'm sorry. Repeat that for me.
Is cultural appropriation always wrong?
Absolutely not. I'm gonna answer that right now. Ooh, damn, that was scary for me as a white man on camera. But I answered that real fast. Damn, I answered that so fast. God damn, I'm so. All right. The only reason.
There's
Alright,
a respectful
so-
way to do things.
Yeah, right. Now, I mean by appropriation, do I mean I'm assuming your culture as my own? I do think that's wrong, right? If I'm trying to say that, like, this is my idea, sure. But at the same time, like, what's good is good. Whether it's food, whether it's music, whether it's art, whether it's any part of culture, what's good is good. And if I want to appreciate that, and if I want to, like, incorporate that into my life, absolutely, that's not wrong. That's never wrong, right? And for me to assume that as a part of even like my identity and maybe like my individual like self and self image and like what I consider part of like my own culture, I think that's totally appropriate. Where it's wrong and where it becomes, I think, what we all call like define as like appropriation, is if I sit here and say like your blight is my blight and like your struggle's my struggle, or even like the parts of your culture that I'm taking and like taking parts of, right, and appreciating and like experiencing. If I take those and say that those are original ideas, then like we fucked up,
Yeah.
right? We've gone too far, and like that's where it's wrong.
Yeah.
But outside of that, like I'm a white man, I'm a chef, right? I'm a white man that loves cooking Asian food. I've lived in Korea for a year, right? But like Asian food's my passion. There's a lot of people in the world that would question whether or not like what I'm doing is authentic or anything. And I respect and I respect that thought process, right? And so I'm conscious of like, if it's not a truly like authentic recipe and I've brought outside ingredients and shit like that and my own little flair to it, I don't call it an authentic recipe. I call it fusion. Because it's like in the culinary world, that's an easy like little, I call it fusion and you can't fucking tell me I'm wrong. Like loophole. Right, yeah, it's a loophole, it's a gray area, right? And so in the
It's
same
a great
way,
word because you're fusing
I'm
the
fusing
things together.
And so like appropriation, I think, where like appropriation in my mind is me assuming another culture as my own and like as my own identity and assuming like that I created it, right? Versus like you can incorporate other cultures into your own life, and I think you goddamn should, right? If you want to like really experience the world, you should incorporate those other cultures into your life. But with that, you should like pay homage to those cultures.
Exactly.
And in that sense, then it's not appropriation in my mind, right? Like you're taking ideas, right? You're creating this melting pot.
Appropriation to appreciation.
Yeah, exactly, right. So like, is appropriation if I say like I'm the one that came up with hip hop, right? Like soul music originated from my genetics. That's appropriation, and we all know I'm lying because I'm white as shit. All right. Like we get that. We know that that's not where that came from. That's appropriation. That's wrong. But you're not gonna sit here and tell me that some of the greatest soul artists or R&B artists haven't like not come from that lineage, right? Like they're all over the place. Any genre you look at, right? Like Shabuzi's crushing country records, right? Like like anywhere you look, like so that. But there's appropriate. But he's never said like. Yeah, like I'm the roots of country music. No, like it's so there's I think that would be my explanation for a little soapbox if we're gonna go there.
Are you calling on a certain artist there?
No. I think I'm calling out anybody appropriating or
Beyonce created country music. Like someone like recently said that.
Oh, I didn't say that. Thank you.
I answer this one. I believe it should. I
God, I hope
think
so.
it should be
Lighthearted.
legalized. So I agree with this one. Should prostitution be legalized and regulated?
I mean, it's legal in.
Everywhere.
OnlyFans
Let's
is
say
legal.
America. Let's say America, should it be legalized?
I mean, yeah.
You know the crime decrease.
Sex work is real work.
Around Las
If
Vegas when they fucking
Sex work is real work.
If you had a brothel, multiple brothels in every city, and it was legal there, with security, all type of shit, where nothing could fucking go wrong. People go through all type of metal detectors, go all type of security checkpoints.
I personally, if I,
And let me just target it. I want you guys to break it down. And you have men and women in this brothel. It's not just one gender, it's not just one person type of person. You have any person that is willingly, openly showed up in the middle of the day and said, "Hey, I want to
Or
work
night.
here," or night. But I'm just saying this to show up to apply.
middle of the
Just to apply.
24 hours.
Just to apply. Because I know a lot. I mean, coming from Atlanta, I know a lot of people who sell it.
Yeah,
And I've had conversations on the podcast. I've been doing a podcast for 8 years.
I think people would still do
I've
it
got a lot
illegally,
of
though.
podcasts that I cannot post because of different stories. So I feel like if prostitution was legal all over the place, I would be for it. Now, I want to hear if anybody thinks what bad would come from that.
Okay.
Of
I
course.
got it right here.
Oh, you're against. You're against. Okay, yeah.
Hear me out. Hear me out. I don't care who wants to sell their body or whatever they want to do. That's what we got OnlyFans for. My thing is, with human trafficking, how do you now differentiate between who's being trafficked and who is willingly doing the service? It's like people who bring service dogs in freaking grocery stores. Like, I can't freaking ask you if it's a service animal. I just gotta trust that you're doing the right thing. Honor code. So what? We gotta honor code human trafficking inside of brothels because that's what's gonna happen. So that's my big problem with it.
Okay. I agree that is a risk of it, right? I think anybody that runs. Just wait. No. I'm just saying that we're agreeing there. All I'm saying is that in Colorado, or not in Colorado. I'm sorry, in Nevada, where they operate legal brothels, right? Anybody that works at the brothel goes through extensive background checks and everything like that. Now, I'm not nearly educated enough everywhere in there. I do, however, I'm not gonna name drop because I don't want, I don't know how he wants his information spread and everything. But I know I know somebody who has several people realistically who have worked at brothels in Las Vegas, and so they're very familiar with the process and everything from their experiences. From what I've heard, has been very above board. So, in my mind, yes, I'm for it.
Danny, how do you feel about
What is
this?
it? Legalized and regulated.
Well, no. Like, I want to hear your opinion on this.
But what in depth?
Wait. Just wait. Danny, how do you feel about this? I'm interested.
Sure, legalize it.
Sure,
I mean,
so what is it?
why not?
Right.
I mean, people are still gonna do it illegally, just like how we still buy weed illegally. Like, not everybody's going to the dispensaries. So
See, like, I totally do think that prostitution on that
who
level
knows?
should
Maybe
be
our roads
like.
will get a little bit better with the tax money.
Well, it's one of those useless crimes. It's like smoking weed. It's like fucking I don't know. It's one of those useless crimes where it's like I could charge you for this, or I could like spend my time focusing on real crimes, right? So it's like I also think prostitution on a certain level should be legalized. But I'm also with the human trafficking side where it's like where do you differentiate? I agree with how Steven said there should be like extensive background checks and whatnot. Like if we're gonna like legalize this, it has to be like LLCs, like whole companies with shit like that to go ahead and do this prostitution shit. But like, is there anything wrong with that? No, it's one of the biblically one of the oldest fucking
It's the
forms
original,
of money making.
It's the original occupation.
You know what I'm saying? Like biblically, it's the oldest fucking money making operation. Selling your body, like. At what point do we call that wrong? That's like saying fucking breathing oxygen is wrong. You should only bring nitrogen. The fucking like 21% that's in the air. You know what I'm saying?
The city of Seattle was rebuilt on prostitution.
Hell yeah, it was. Seattle's nasty. I just went out to Seattle for the first time on tour. Seattle's dirty. They got what they call,
Well, it's
or what we
rebuilt
call
on shit
fentanyls out there.
and
Well, we got fentanyls out in
prostitution.
Seattle. We were driving down the streets and shit, and they had like, so like everything is like straight line, kind of like how Manitou is. You know what I'm saying? Where everything is like a shop, a shop, a shop, a shop. They got these cutouts where the rain won't hit them. They would have like 9 fentanyl heads, smoking bed, doing bed, shooting it up. Yo, it is cut out publicly. Shocked me. It shocked me. I was like, Jesus, like this is like brought from Miami. Like this is worse than anything I've ever seen. And the public transportation. I won't say which part of Seattle, but in parts of Seattle, public transportation is free, so they would like do their drugs and then hop on the bus for like 12 hours. Be straight from the rain, and like you ride the bus, it's like just a bunch of dudes that are like geeked. Yeah.
All right, let's switch it up.
Yeah, switch it up, switch it up.
You guys agree?
Are we? Is it? I can't tell sarcasm from right. You gotta tell me.
I mean, this is an interesting one. He's throwing some
heated
questions. All right.
I mean, yeah.
No, run it. One more time.
What kind of
I
questions?
said some some heated questions. Continue, please.
Emotional, just don't be sensitive. That's it.
Exactly.
Everyone
Don't
Everyone
be
is
mad at me.
entitled to
Don't be
their
mad
Take
at me.
it personal. Just don't
Yeah,
take it
just like,
personal.
yeah, like, chill out.
What's the next?
Leave ego at the door.
Hey,
Your-
what's the biggest
Your
desert in the
opinions
world?
all matter.
What's
no
the biggest
matter
desert in the
how
world?
like
Antarctica.
you feel.
Shut up, don't say it. I told you this already.
All right,
I
check this out.
answered the question you asked me the first time.
Next question, let's bring it down a little bit. Is over, well, this might bring it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Is overpopulation a real threat?
Yes. Danny, did you also say yes?
Yes.
You explain it first. I'll come after you.
Oh, wait, you're going
I
yes?
do.
Eric, you
I
said-
do not need to explain that.
Right.
I don't even
Wait,
think
you
there's a
said
topic
yes.
there.
Eric, you said yes.
Okay.
I'm going yes.
Yes.
Yes. Right. Cool. Yeah.
I don't think it needs to be explained.
Yeah,
we
same.
clearly
Yeah, we got
see
too many
the
people
virus
in
that
here.
we are.
Look, there's space and there's people. All right, and there's only like there's an equation there. Right.
Listen,
Yeah. That is.
Stop
a threat.
having fucking 8+ children. God.
Especially if you're not.
Fuck them.
Catholicism stopped being popular in the fucking 1800s.
Speaking of people
Silly.
with a lot of people, next question. Is mental illness overdiagnosed in modern society?
Yes.
Yeah, but there's also like
Across the boards? Yes.
Wait.
a significant number.
There's a
Of,
significant undiagnosed, but it is overdiagnosed.
that is not what I said.
Here we go.
What did you say? What did you?
This
Wait,
is
hold
not
on.
at all what I said. I didn't
What did
even
you say,
finish
Jamie?
my sentence before you cut me off.
I'm so sorry.
I don't need the microphone. I have one.
I'm sorry, Danny. I'm really not trying to piss you off. I'm really sorry. I don't try to be a dickhead. I just am.
What was the question again?
Is mental illness overdiagnosed in modern society?
Yes. However, the rate of mental illness has skyrocketed in the last 6+ years. Shout out to the social meds. Also underdiagnosed because all you stubborn motherfuckers who have problems and you don't want to talk about it. Let that shit go. That's why you're having fucking back problems and stomach issues because you're
Shout
holding
out
all that
Heartbreak
fucking
Millionaire.
tension and you're causing cancer. Let
Shout
it go.
out my album dropping in July 2nd,
Bruh.
2025, baby. Heartbreak Millionaire dropping all platforms worldwide.
Why do you think
Empire
people who do
Records.
mushrooms are so fucking happy and not dying and shit?
Now listen, mushrooms didn't
Let
make
all
me like,
that shit
perpetually
go.
happy.
Actually, one of my friends, she went on an ayahuasca fucking
One of the retreats in
retreat.
Mexico.
And no, you can do it in California.
No shit. Okay.
So she went on this trip and she'd been having really bad lower back pain and she like was doing these trips and come to find out like that's where she was holding all her emotional trauma is in her essentially your uterus as women and causing a lot of like problems. And she did this like whole trip. She'd been going to the doctor for chronic pain for fucking years. And after this trip, like she had a lot of relief, which she still has some problems. But I don't know.
No, like
That's something to be said.
I fully believe in ayahuasca.
No, I just believe that you need to just let your trauma go, whether
No,
you're
wait,
doing
wait.
it through ayahuasca or you're going to fucking therapy.
Shut your mind up. But no, like I
Deal with your shit.
Yeah, therapy is different for every single person. Like I've tried therapy, like talking to a therapist, It doesn't work. Not like, and again,
But don't
we
just go to a
host-
therapist that fucking tells
Yes,
you
mans
that
you,
your
yeah.
emotions are valid and everything
no,
is
fuck
valid
that shit. I
because
need someone to call me
sometimes
out.
you're an asshole.
Yes, bro. Listen, I am so
Find
heartbroken
people who
about some of
challenge
the shit in
you.
my life, but can I sit here and say that I was like the victim 100%? All of them, no. Like,
I got a real question. Y'all don't have to answer this.
go ahead. We gonna answer them.
Y'all really don't have to answer this. You can skip it. But can black people be racist?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
If we're speaking technically, no.
Yeah.
But yes.
I mean,
They
yeah.
can't listen. Yes.
Yeah.
For you to be
Uncle
racist,
Ruckus
you have to
is-
be able to
No,
systemically
No,
like change
Uncle
people's
Ruckus is a
like.
character in Boondocks, and he's black as shit, and he's racist
Right.
as fuck.
Not even that.
No, not yet.
I'll
Just
even
like somebody, just like a black person that
No,
hates Mexicans.
I'll even just say this.
Is that racist?
My
Yeah.
whole point was this: is that my whole point was just this: is that like racism is not excluded to anyone.
Because how I like to say is why we give white people the power to be racist, but we can't be racist.
Oh no!
Right.
I'll be really honest. No. You want to know who some of the most? You want to know who some of the best people are at racism? Is people that are racist against their own race. All right. Have you met? So like I've lived in Asia, right? Or I've seen a comedian, and he talks about his family is from Africa, right? And he talks about he does a bit on how like people like Africans are the most racist people towards like African Americans.
Don't like us.
Right, exactly. Racism. Racism is not.
That is not a correct
no,
use.
no.
That is African people not liking American black people.
Right, exactly.
And you know why? It's because they're like, oh, you don't have any culture. You don't have any African culture.
We white people are not so
and I know
special.
that
We own
because an
racism.
African
I can
man
promise
told
you
me that
much.
one time, and I was like, that's crazy.
Okay, yo, Africans can like black people can actually absolutely be racist. Like, are we saying like racist in the terms of like how we all always take racist? Like, the first time you hear racist, you're gonna think white on black. In American culture, am I like wrong on that?
It's just like
No.
The perspective is like
No, but like just like
something happens and then the black
in
person's
American,
like, oh,
in
no,
American,
you can't be racist.
right?
Like, what?
You can absolutely be racist.
Racist.
You can absolutely be racist. My family got mixed culture. I've got a lot of homies that are mixed culture.
Like if you go out and say, man, I fucking don't like being around white people.
I'm sorry.
That's racist, yes. White people are funny. They play cricket.
If that's what you believe, cool. But like,
Listen, but they play cricket and put money on it. So you know how easy cricket is if you
if an
play
Asian
football or
person say,
basketball.
damn, I hate being around the blacks. You're like, damn, man.
Right, you are.
Yeah, but go to the Bay Area and they're all saying the N word.
But yo, you can say the same thing. Like I hate being around Mexicans, and it's like, damn, that's kind of fucked up, ain't it?
Okay, listen, I got a good one.
Do it.
Okay, so my first time
Wait,
seeing this.
is this the first time we're asking this on the podcast?
Yeah,
Can we give a drum roll real quick?
talk about this type of topic.
Can we give a
questions
Can
have
we
been
give a
asked on
drum
the
roll?
podcast.
This is good shit right here.
Right, Eric, give a drum roll. Go, come on. Go, drum roll, stupid.
Should gender neutral bathrooms be standard around the country?
No.
Say in the country.
Sure,
Gender neutral.
No.
sure, just like family
There's a
restrooms.
law here that you can go to any restroom, correct?
Listen,
Oh, I don't know.
if I have a daughter,
There's a law.
if
I can
I
literally
have
go
a
into
daughter,
any restroom, no matter what
I have
it
a-
says.
if I have a daughter and
You
I
can
watch
go
her
to
walk
the
in the
restroom,
bathroom and I
can
watch
go
her
to the
walk out,
restroom.
right? Like
We have a gender neutral bathroom at work, and it's really not a problem. So
it's
I don't
not
give
a problem
shit.
because you're the only person who's going there though.
Go into any restroom.
No,
I didn't
listen,
even know that.
Gender neutral restrooms should be a thing if they're separated,
That
right? Like they should.
That's crazy
you can go in the
because-
women's restroom. Now listen, like how do you feel like? It
yeah,
should
if it's
be-
a
it
bunch
should
of
be
stalls, hell
separated,
no.
right? So that's what I'm saying. Like yo, like real talk. If it's separated as like this is like for anybody, absolutely. But if you're saying like, should anybody be able to go to the women's restroom? Well, if I've got a daughter and I watch her walk out with a grown ass dude,
But legally, I can walk into the restroom.
legally I'll whoop your ass.
I think there should be like, you know how they have like
Thank
family
you.
restrooms?
You shouldn't be
Like
in this bathroom.
men,
There's one
women,
for you.
gender neutral.
Right? Thank you. I'm
No,
not
I
crazy
think
there.
it should still there should still be like men and women, and then a gender neutral bathroom.
Yo, Danny, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. No, it should
I
matter.
think it super matters.
It
Like,
super matters.
No, but it matters as far as law. Like I can't legally get in trouble for it. You can't legally get in trouble for
I
walking
think
into
it
a men's
matters
bathroom.
for the most like,
Here.
women and children.
Yeah, I know it matters.
You know,
us,
like,
but
so I am.
can't call the cops and be mad.
I am all for like a requirement of 2 family restrooms. That way, if a family needs a restroom, they can use it. If somebody who wants to use a different restroom can use it. But I think like a women's restroom is sort of like a sacred place. Like we shouldn't feel uncomfortable there or feel any kind of tension. Like it should be safe to go and be able to use the bathroom. And I think that there's a lot of women who don't feel safe with somebody else in their bathroom. Like, you know, I'm not trying to be rude, but like,
Your question is your answer is no.
yeah, like
Gender neutral should not be standard.
I think that there should be family restrooms available, but I don't think that gender neutral should be a thing.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of women with a lot of trauma that could really hurt.
That's exactly what gender neutral should absolutely be a thing as its own bathroom. As its own bathroom, gender neutral should be a thing.
Yeah, I don't think we should just be able to go all willy-nilly into whatever bathroom unless we're at a gay bar. You know?
Unless you're at Burla Bees. You
Like-
heard me?
And even then, sometimes it's a little weird, but...
Even then, sometimes it's a little weird.
I mean, gay bar bathrooms are a little bit weird in general. We all know what goes...
Yeah,
We all
but you don't
been
know if
there.
they're sniffing coke or meth.
It's a good
There are
time.
weirdos out there.
But I, like, with her point, if we were to have, like, gender-neutral bathroom like that, there should still be, like, a women's restroom specifically.
No, it's dead.
I still think there should, if we're gonna do gender neutral, there should be 3 bathrooms.
3 bathrooms. I 100% agree. I'm totally cool with 3 bathrooms and like choose like the
Like
one
if
you
we're
want.
having like a shit ton of stalls, 3 bathrooms. If it's just like fucking
Yeah,
a
I'm never
single
gonna
door
hate-
shit,
I'm not
whatever.
gonna hate on y'all having your own bathroom, right? Like the same way I think like sports. Like I'm not gonna hate on y'all having your own division of sports.
Like I'm not going to the fucking giant gas stations that has like 50 fucking bathroom stalls. No, ma'am.
No, because it's uncomfortable. Like there's a real plight, especially with women in that like community.
But I do like.
There's uncomfortable.
Have you ever been to Terrible Terry's
What's Terrible Terry's?
in Vegas?
No.
Have you guys been to Vegas?
Yes.
Have you been to Terrible Terry's gas station?
No.
It's like Buc-ee's, but I think there's only
No,
one
I
in
never-
Vegas. It's huge.
I never saw a terrible
Oh,
Terry's.
so you call it Buc-ee's
I
get
now
all
on
the
the
way down the
podcast.
street.
It's Bussie's, okay? Their like bathroom stalls could totally be gender neutral because it's like literally each stall is like a fucking broom closet. Like it's full wall door. You just like open the stall. It's like a big ass U. Like if we would do gender neutral, it would have to be a situation.
So here is my only thing about it, and it's the only thing I will say about it. Is that like it is easy enough if you just make individual bathrooms, right? Exactly like you were talking about, Danny, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you do that for all the bathrooms and a million different food halls, there's a million different businesses around the world that have it. There's individual stalls and there's a collective sink section, right? You run it like that, and then it doesn't matter who goes in the bathroom because it's a line of 37 stall doors, and then outside of that is everybody waiting for a stall door. And right behind that is like a line of sinks. And that's the only thing I will say about it. Because it is a hot topic. And I'm not educated enough.
And bring back
there's
the
a
bathroom
million
people.
different variables.
They be clutch.
That's all my thing.
So,
Also, when I go to a hockey game. I go to a hockey game. Also, come on, Edmonton, you got this.
Reinstall them bathroom people though.
Right,
them
but all I'm saying is
concierges.
like
So-
like
I have
Would
a
you like to
sadness.
confirm me with that,
I have
ma'am?
like a very surface sadness about that idea. And I know like it's not like super important or whatever, but like you'll understand what I mean. Like that would eliminate like
your girl bathroom time.
girl bathroom time.
Go to the
You
bar
don't
for
know
that.
How important it is. Like you don't understand. Like
I was
I
at a bar
don't.
that's like
I
that.
don't. I don't. I will be honest. I
Oh,
don't.
There is.
But also,
there really is.
I'm just saying. But that's the only way I see it to do that.
Like
Yeah.
you
Right?
get a private
Or-
bar, like help your friend fix their
Sure.
bathroom, like,
Then take 4 of you into the stall with you, because I won't
it's
judge
not
you.
gonna be that big.
I don't know. I've fit
The
a lot of
handicap
people in a
stall
couple
is.
stalls before, guys. All right, I have fit some people in some stalls before.
That sounds gross.
Yes, that's how it was. He didn't even say pause.
Everybody ever knows.
Another question.
Another question.
All right. Is it wrong? Is it wrong to be Excuse me. Is it wrong to be colorblind when it comes to race? When somebody says, "Oh, I'm colorblind. I don't see color."
Yes.
Is that wrong?
Yeah, that's wrong.
I was like, damn,
You're
so people
accepting
just
the
can't
fact
be
that there's
colorblind,
difference.
and then
Yeah,
you
you're
kept
accepting the fact
going.
that
I was
there's
like, oh,
difference, and
okay.
I'm ignorant to it.
Like they just
Like-
can't see the color red, bro.
Yeah, like no, like you're what you're doing there is accepting ignorance, right? You're saying like I'm not even willing to learn about that. Like To say you're colorblind is like there's no difference between the plight of like the Jewish people and then the black people and then the fucking Italian people and then the Native Americans. Like they're all different, right? To say I'm colorblind is like fuck you guys. You all went through the same shit. It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Okay, no,
I think some people like say it like
Eric,
like so nonchalantly, like they don't even realize. Like I feel like they're just saying it like as if they don't want anybody to feel like they're racist, so they're like trying to make a statement. And I don't even think they're trying to be rude. Like I think they're trying to like be like, oh my god, I'm scared to be canceled. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't think they're being malicious. I don't think it's the smartest thing to say, but I don't think there's malice behind it.
I'll be honest. I'll be really honest, Eric. As you started going, okay, I'm sorry, ET. As you started going, my bad. Yeah, ET, I got you. As you started going, I was not sure I was on your side. So I was so sure I was not on your side, and you pulled it back for me in the end there. All right, I won't lie. Like, and I mean, oh, in a way
You had me
that
in the first half.
you had me. You had me in the first half, but damn it if you didn't pull through on that one. All right.
That's what I'm saying. You lost me in the first half.
Yeah,
but you got me
but
in the second.
you came through in the second. All right, like.
Question, ready? Or you gotta?
Yeah.
No, go.
Should the death penalty be legalized? In
Yes.
all states?
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Just yes.
Yeah.
All forms
Yeah.
of death penalty or just certain ones?
What do we mean by all forms?
Hell yeah.
I don't give a fuck how you die. Die, bitch.
I don't give a
It
shit
should
about
be
the firing
It should be
squad.
comparable to the crime. It should be comparable to the crime. Bro, you raped
I
8 girls before you killed 8 girls? You get castrated before you get killed, right?
Like,
Like,
you're talking about like quartering. Like you're talking about bringing back like quartering.
Yeah, let's do it.
yeah.
What? That's wild.
Yeah, with the crank and everything. Good.
I would most definitely quarter a
It's
rapist
crazy.
type
Thank you.
shit.
I believe
Okay,
in
okay,
that type
half of that.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like
Oh,
if you
damn, I
go
missed
out
it.
here
There you go.
raping people, you should be chemically
Yes.
castrated.
But rape, molestation, child pornography, anything sexual related. Listen, I can get over murder.
You are talking.
Get over murder.
Shout out my homeboy. He's in North Carolina right now for murder too.
No.
Yeah, I can
No,
get over that.
Murder, I mean,
I can get over a lot of things, but I can't get over. I cannot get over sexual crime.
if you, yeah,
I can't get over sexual crime.
Yeah,
Take 5 seconds.
No, but see, there's sexual crime
Or
involved.
if you walk into a house and just slaughter the whole family, then you're trying to steal some.
That's a different thing. No, that's psychotic. Like that's serial killer, right?
What the fuck are
Yeah,
you
right.
doing?
Like, you make when
But
this,
if
but
you
when you're
was
talking
a
murder,
guy
I'm
and
talking
you're drunk,
murder too because it was gang related. Like it was one of those like in the thing I said murder too. Like Chris, I said murder too there.
Yes.
But
Christopher, I said murder too.
if you, so you're not
I said I had a homeboy that had murder too right now and he's in prison.
That's why we have to.
That's in the process. Like, oh, I had to murder you there. Like I shouldn't have, but I did. Right
I think
now, at the same time, like psychotic. Like I'm killing you. Like murder in its definition is killing of the innocents. Right? Like there's killing and then there's murder.
Wait. Can I get
So
us back
then,
on topic
no,
real quick?
no, we're still talking about the topic.
Send a request to be in your live.
Now, like
Arrow
anything
send?
sexual related or anything sexual crime related, like I can't get past. I've kicked I've kicked my homie, bro. I've kicked my brother basically like
Oh.
to the curb
Camera flip.
over sexual. Like there's nothing I can get past when it comes to like any sort of rape, molestation, touching, sexual assault, sexual harassment, whatever. If that's proven, dude, there's no fucking with you.
Each state should decide their death penalty. I don't care what it is.
It just depends on the crime.
I
It
think
depends
it's
on the
where
crime.
you draw the line. I don't even think it depends on the crime. I think essentially it depends on where you draw the line, like morally. Like,
Here.
is somebody mentally ill? Like, is this a rehabilitation situation? Like, was it rape? Was it child molestation? Like, is this a serial killer? Like, in what severity do you decide that it's going to happen? So, like, extreme regulation. But I think, like, somebody who rapes a child should have whatever the single worst possible thing is.
I think yes.
Yes.
Can
we all get a clap real quick in the audience?
It's just Theon Greyjoy him.
I was more on the side of like if you kill somebody, like I feel like death penalty was right if you kill somebody. Now if you go out and rape and molest, I don't think you should get the death penalty. I think you should suffer what's going to happen to you in prison for the next like 50, 60 years. I think it's a lot.
Yeah.
I think prisons are so regulated now that the rape that we think that happens to people who rape small children, I don't think it happens as often as we think it does.
No, but they definitely get like jumped.
Like, what do you mean?
They
No,
definitely get their
killed. They get
ass.
killed.
They definitely get their ass beat.
Yeah, like
It's not a
I'd
slow
rather
death.
go through
You get
that
beat
every
to death.
fucking day.
You think
Like,
so?
Oh, no, I know.
Yes.
Really?
I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
Do you have a lot of homies that
Oh,
been
look,
locked up that
look.
you talk to?
No, look,
She
it's
does,
very
actually.
easy. Look,
I
it's
do,
very-
but none for that.
None
Look,
for
look,
none for
I
child
don't know for that,
molestation.
but I'm saying like,
No, like I don't like.
the stories are.
Well,
know-
listen, there's a difference. There's a difference as well between
I know
like.
a lot of people have spent like.
I've heard some stories from people that.
Now listen,
A
if you like,
decade
if you
in
stripped down
prison.
like, listen, if you stripped out some like hype,
Yeah.
like some hype beats for like his chrome hearts and shit, and you got like to fucking charge for like sexual harassment because you stripped him out of his chrome heart jeans.
Yeah, whether you were raping a woman, like yeah, you gonna get dealt with. Like,
There's a difference. There's a difference between everything, but like no, whether it's a question whether it happens or not, it fucking happens.
100%.
Yeah, like I'm agreeing with you. That's what I was hopping on to agree with you. Like that shit is not a fucking joke. If any pay project you could have, you'd rather be snitching than raping a kid. Like you'd rather be snitching. I promise you.
Jackets are still a very real thing.
Literally, you'd rather be telling on your
Oh,
homeboy.
sorry, I don't spend any prison time.
You'd rather be telling on your
I just-
homeboy than raping
I
a
know
kid
a bunch
because
of
then it's
people
like
who
an
went to
issue where it's
prison.
like you're sick.
I know people that went to prison, but just for different things.
Literally.
But I don't know
I-
child molesters. But I know people that have been inside for a
Yeah,
long time that have been in there with child.
Yeah.
What if, also, can I just say, that would have been the craziest fucking name drop you could have ever done on this podcast.
Yeah, my homeboy
That would have
fucking
been the wildest fucking name drop. I don't care. Yo,
I'm
like,
about to say something.
that'd have been the
Hey,
craziest
my
name
dog,
drop
my
of
dog
all
Daniel
time, my
touched
bro.
kids and it was all right. Like, no, you can't say that.
No, like no, hell no.
Well,
It depends on the charge, but like the option to give the death
No,
penalty.
Give her the mic. I think she got something.
Oh, she got something to say?
I
Say this, yes. Yeah, I'm gonna back away.
She's from Florida.
We all from Florida.
okay.
We all don't love you, you all.
So I know a Florida man.
Two of us from Florida. One of us.
I do know somebody that's locked up for child pornography. Actually,
Okay, so
Really?
I don't. So talk about this.
I really do.
I don't know about it.
Wild name.
Um,
Hey, Jess, do you want to switch seats with me on the camera?
no,
No, she don't. But she's on this one.
no.
I'm not gonna lie. To Catch a Predator with Chris Hansen is probably my
The
top five
best show!
But go ahead, finish.
Cheers me. Cheers me, Chin. You got your.
Also, then obviously in
No,
line
let's
with in line with To Catch a Predator is
I-
clearly
Hold your thought, though. Hold your thought, Jess.
is clearly the Booty Warrior episode
Um,
of Blue Dogs.
It's right there.
It's right up there.
So
What are you saying?
I knew this person because he dated somebody very close to me. I'm like afraid to give too much detail because like I don't want anybody in Florida to be like immediately identifying this person. So he was a nurse. He worked at like a hospital. Like he don't stop. Oh my god.
Just kidding.
Don't fuck with me right now.
Sorry.
The person that is involved in this would literally kill me. Like I literally can't drop that at all. I will die. So he worked at a hospital. Like he was like a nurse. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you go to the ER. Like this is who's treating you. This is who's treating your kids. Like you know what I'm saying? And like we had no idea. Like I'm telling you, like I had a personal relationship with this person based on who he was dating. Like it's as close as I'm gonna get. So like we were blown away. Like we had no idea. Like the devastation that overtook the person that he was dating. Like she just could not.
You
Like
triggered a memory for me just now.
it was.
Yeah,
Like I trusted him. Like I got real sick one time, like real sick at this person's house, and like he like brought over a shot for like the anti-nausea, and like I like freaking let him like jab me in the ass with a freaking needle. Like this homie that had like it's wild. It's wild. Like you don't know.
Even in women's prison, I've talked to a lot of women that have been in prison. You know, women that are in there for killing their kids, they get mistreated like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
They
Bro,
get mistreated
The
like
postpartum.
shit.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Like this,
But like
I
Because
can't even
kids
see
are
my
sacred.
kids.
Because kids
I'm
are
locked
sacred.
Up, I'm locked up in here. I can't even see my kids. And you're locked up because you killed your kids. I'm not
Right.
gonna fucking feed you.
Well,
today.
it's not about
Right.
that, but it's about. I think a part of it becomes like in terms of prison culture, in terms of like prison culture and jail culture and all that shit, right? is that a large part of it comes down to like innocence, right? And like the purity of shit, right? It's like why it's like yo, rape is bad. We all agree. Everyone across the board agrees rape is bad. But for fuck's sake, rapists agree that rape is bad. God damn, right? But it's like, what's the only thing you can do to make a rape worse? It's like, oh, make it a kid, right?
Yeah.
Why? It's like because you up. It's why because you up the innocence, right? But I'm just saying, like that's how we determine things, like on a moral sense,
That
right?
reminded me of the
How
video
like
where it's
how
like,
much did you violate
person is
innocence
rapist, and he
as a
pulls it
whole,
off, and it's like,
right?
a
And so
child.
then kids are pure, kids are innocent, like kids are sacred, right?
Like, no,
Like
it's
across
not.
in society as a whole.
I can never agree with the rapist, obviously.
Okay, listen. But at the end of the sentence, I think we all have agreed.
Let me tell you something.
I think we all have
That shit is
agreed,
crazy
though.
when they catch them too. Like,
I think we but like I think we all have agreed on that original question. I think
actually
we
know
all have
someone
agreed
who-
that like that sense. Listen, I think we all have agreed. Yeah, I think because I think we all agreed on the original question though that death sentence should be legal because there are things that you should be killed
Yeah.
for.
But should you be killed for some? Should you be killed for?
You deserve worse than
Everything-
death for some things, absolutely.
But you didn't
didn't
murder.
Yeah, fucking murder. You can still deserve the death penalty
No.
for some murder.
I mean, it depends.
Rape is
Like,
worse
it depends
than
on the
murder.
crime,
Bro,
really.
I'll die this hill.
What type of crime outside of murder?
Rape?
makes you-
First degree rape, second degree rape.
Yeah, like
Rape is worse than a murder.
child crimes.
Listen,
definitely.
you leave someone to live with those actions. You leave someone to listen. You leave someone to live with those actions for the rest of their life with rape, and you can't get through that. Like, listen, like I'm not like listen. Not every sexual encounter is rape.
Why are we gonna
okay?
spend tax money on keeping people alive that
I
shouldn't
agree.
even be alive?
Rapists should just be killed.
Why do y'all think?
Like if it's proven, like listen, because like there was the Alabama football player, the Alabama college football player.
I want to hear what Christopher.
I was so going.
Christopher.
We have 20 seconds remaining.
20 seconds remaining.
Okay, why do y'all think?
The life.
This is more for like this is probably more of like a conspiracy.
Here, you want to pause it real quick and then start a new one? You want to pause it and start a new one? Yeah.
It's the live. We're
You
still
guys
recording.
think- why do y'all think judges say when they lock you up, they're like you'll spend the rest of your natural life? Why do
So
they say-
natural born
why
life
do they
actually
say
came from
natural?
So natural born life actually came from a specific case. There was a dude who was hung back in like the 1700s or 1800s. Somewhere in that time, he was hung.
oh my god,
And he
yes,
didn't die.
real.
He hung for the full time, died as opposed to all like medication like assistance at the time. It was like yeah, he's dead. He came back to life.
They never broke
At
his
that
neck
point-
when they dropped him.
At that point, he is living an unnatural born life. So what it was
I'm
when
gonna
you
double
finally
down.
flatline.
I'm just gonna double down with you.
Because, like,
Yeah, yeah.
courts are very specific
Yeah,
with
so-
their language.
So the natural born life came from him saying, yeah, when you die. When you die.
Fuck.
Your natural born life is when you are no longer breathing on this
So,
earth.
like,
That came because a dude was hung. And I'm pretty sure it's in Southeast. I'm pretty sure it's in Georgia.
Survived the electric chair.
You can look this up.
Wait. Just wait.
There's a controversy though that
Well, so
one
hear
guy
me out.
was killed
I'm
and they
just
did it
doubling
again.
E.T., I'm doubling down off what you said. Completely agree with me, or finish what you were going with first.
It's funny
No,
to me to
finish.
call
Right.
that.
No, all I'm saying is there's an actual court proceeding that you can follow to understand why natural born life is put in there. It's because bro survived his hanging. And they were like, well, we killed him. I guess we gotta let him go free. And he went and killed more people. Like,
Right.
they couldn't do nothing about it because of the fact that the Whitman committed another crime.
Right. And so then.
So the natural born life was specifically saying, we're gonna kill you till you're dead.
Right. And
We're
then,
not just gonna hang you. We're gonna hang you and then we're gonna wait. And wait till you kick.
well,
Then we're gonna hang you again.
so,
Then the electric chair came around. We're gonna zap you, and we're gonna zap you, and we're gonna zap you, and then we're gonna zap you, and then we're gonna zap you.
Can I double down on that real quick?
Double down, pass the mic.
Okay. So off that, you're pretty much completely on, right? So natural born life, right, was until that guy, right? And then because of that guy, that's when they changed it, right? Because after that, then they're much later, right? After like the electric chair and even lethal injection stuff, right? Then there was a point that somebody was given the death penalty, right? And the question is, if you're given the death penalty, or if you're not given the death penalty, if you're given if you're given a life sentence, right? and then he like had a heart attack and he flatlined for a little bit. And so that's along with the natural born. That's why they say 25 to life, right? Is because a lot of times when they say like 25 to life, right, or they give you a something to life, along with like they stop saying natural born because if you have a heart attack and they like hit you with the defibrillator, then you can argue it's not a natural born anymore. You let me go free, right? So exactly like ET was saying, that
Just
was
like
an
the last
old
one?
saying. Then they changed it, and now they say now the reason they say like X number of years to life is because one, if you live past that number of years, you don't get the argument to say that. Also, now they say to life instead of like natural born life, so that even if you have a heart attack, right, and you flatline for a little bit, there's no argument about that. We're talking about until you're dead. And so exactly like ET was saying, like that was a historical term. Now, I can Google it for you.
Nah,
No, right, and so that's what I'm saying, right, and so it's
that's
still
why
an
they say it
ongoing
now.
thing. So exactly, that's so it's still in kind of an ongoing debate of like what life means, right? In terms of if you die and get brought back, right? If you
I accept your
flatline,
apology.
was that your life sentence? And then you get brought back? Oh, well, like I died, so that was my life sentence.
They just tried some other like method that they thought would be more humane in Georgia, like last year maybe. And, like,
Shooting range.
No, like it's some kind of suffocation method, and homie didn't die.
Like, it was the bolt gun. It wasn't the bolt gun. I was just saying that.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Some kind of suffocation method.
They're trying
and
everything new
survived.
because like people have survived the lethal injection method. Like if you're like a really bad dope addict, like
You know what argument I don't like?
Huh.
This is for the women in this school.
let's hear this. Here you go.
Oh.
Here you go.
Is that men don't have anything to worry about walking around at night. Just like, nigga, you never been in the South. You never been black.
I got almost a year to the day.
I come from a place where like it's
I
not
come-
dangerous for black people to
I
walk
come
around.
from
Like I
places
come from an
that-
extremely diverse
It's my
place.
part.
I got
Like, we're not
stabbed a
gonna just
year
walk
ago.
around there. Now, I understand, like, the type of shit that women have to go through, but you just can't say we don't have anything to worry about.
I think everybody has something to worry about as long as there's a criminal on the street. If there's somebody who intends to do harm to someone, they will hurt anyone, whether it's you, whether it's me, whether it's him, whether it's her.
And I
Every
agree, but
person
I-
has something to worry
I
about.
just don't
I
like when-
think the
I just
reference
don't
is
like-
more about girls having something different to worry about. Not that you
Sure.
have nothing to worry about, but we're referencing very specifically. Nobody's going to drag you behind an alley and overpower you and rape you.
Sure.
That's
Okay,
also
no,
not true.
I'm on both
That's
sides.
also not true, though.
That's also not true.
That's
There
also
are-
not true.
You can bring up tons of articles of niggas getting snatched up and then found on a tree.
And
on a
right.
building, on a building.
Not
Well,
necessarily
no,
that
no, no,
either,
no,
but there
okay.
are.
We have something to worry about, too.
They might not be like big men, but
So
there's
no,
sex
okay, but
crimes
I will
going
say,
against
I'm
men.
dropping the mic.
They just don't
So
talk about
sure,
it as
okay.
much.
I'll point
I
out
only
where
know
I'm
that
on both
because-
sides of this, right? I'll point out where I'm on both sides of this.
I know
Because,
a friend
yes,
who had that happen.
Like, it's not that men don't have anything to worry about. Almost a year ago to the day, so like June 9th, 2024, I was just at a bar, standing outside of the bar, right? Like talking to my friend. Somebody ran up and stabbed me. Right? It went through my liver, it hit my kidney. Like I literally almost died that day. Yeah, I got the scars to prove it. I have fucking court cases going on to prove it too.
Right
But
now.
that's neither here nor there. Point is, I don't think societally what we're saying when we say like, oh, like, women have to be careful at night, is that men don't also have to be careful at night, right? I think like kind of like Jess was saying, it's more highlighting the like differences of things we have to worry about, right?
Yeah.
The chance of me getting snatched up and like knocked out and fucking raped and left behind a dumpster is way lower than a female, right? 100%. All day long, statistics prove that.
That's fair.
Statistics prove that. Now, the chance of a random act of violence or an act of violence happening against any of us, those are pretty well equal, right?
Yeah.
Like, and so, like, I think that's the difference, and I think there's a societal thing where, like, it's easy to take, like, for it to be polarized, right? I don't think anybody's saying that, like, oh, I don't have anything to worry about as a man. I promise you, I'm walking proof that, like, you just want to go hang out and, like, say what's up to your homie. There's proof that there's something to be worried about, potentially, right? But also, statistically speaking, just as the facts show, I'm less likely to have some shit, like certain things happen to me than women. and I think that's where they say it. But I think societally that gets mixed up, and it gets polarized to a point of saying like men have nothing to worry about. But I think that's
what I'm speaking of. Women that say men have nothing to worry about.
I think the women that say that men have nothing to worry about haven't talked to men.
I'm gonna throw a thought out there. I personally know 2 male people who I won't identify at all that have been essentially snatched off the street and
Right.
sexually assaulted. So, yeah, I do agree. Us women have a higher rate, but it doesn't not happen. It's just
Right.
either not talked about and also not quite as common.
Right. Well, and I think that was my whole point. It's like it's women that say the idea that men have nothing to worry about.
Yeah,
Is ignorant. Right?
we all
it's
have
just,
something to worry
It's
about.
blatantly ignorant.
No,
But also I also think like the statement started from right like where the idea came from started from like came from a place of trying to like highlight and like bring awareness to like women's like higher risk of these things happening to them. And then it got bastardized into everything that unfortunately is now. It got bastardized into the reason that we're talking about it on this
Men
podcast.
are bear.
Even, you know, like there we are. We digress.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
Hell yeah! All day, every day.
The score was 4-3.
Oh, they're in OT. Come on, baby!
It's over.
There we go.
They just won.
Yeah. Game one went to Edmonton, ladies and gentlemen. The Oilers took game one. For any of you hockey fans out there, in the first OT, Wayne Gretzky would be proud. But no, Oilers is Texas. The Edmonton Oilers.
You know there was a football team that was the Oilers.
Yeah.
Honestly, like,
Yeah, so Edmonton Oilers. There are 2 NHL teams in Texas, and it's the Oilers and the Dallas Stars.
Edmonton's in fucking Texas.
Yes, sir.
He told me Canada.
I told everybody Canada.
No. So the teams in Canada. Okay. All right. Ready. Like, yeah. But fair. I mean, it's
like 8 teams.
look. It's ready. Yeah. Okay. Ready. I'm gonna read you all of the teams in the NHL right now. No, you're okay. What do you mean? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I just do that to bring it with me. Here you go. Yeah, you're good. All right. We're just gonna go NHL. I'm just gonna go NHL teams. And I'm going to read them all for you. Ready? We have the Edmonton Oilers, the Florida Panthers, the Toronto Maple Leafs, Canada, the Dallas Stars, the Montreal Canadiens. Guess
The
where?
Montreal Canadiens. I wonder where they're from.
The Carolina Hurricanes,
They lost.
the Vancouver Canucks. There we go. The Boston Bruins. New York Rangers, the Washington Capitals, the Detroit Red Wings. Let's go, boys. We've had a bad few years, all right? But Stevie White, sir. I still wear your jersey. I know you've got this for us. Thank you. All right. Sorry. I called out Steven Yzerman, all right? Steve Yzerman, that is my guy. Also, he's currently like the GM of fucking the Detroit Red Wings. And if anybody can bring that back, it is Stevie Y. We believe in you. One more time. All right. Now, we have the Calgary Flames.
4 Canadian teams.
The Pittsburgh Penguins. 5 Canadian teams. I'm
Pittsburgh.
kidding. Jesus, I'm not that high yet. All right.
I was like,
The
Pittsburgh.
Chicago Blackhawks, the Philadelphia Flyers, the Ottawa Senators, the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Blue Jackets.
Yes.
What is a blue jacket?
It's just like
reference to Union, maybe.
yes, ma'am.
Oh.
The Winnipeg Jets, the Colorado Avalanche,
Atlanta Thrashers.
the St. Louis Blues, the Minnesota Wild, the Vegas Golden Knights, the Tampa Bay Lightning, New York Islanders, Los Angeles Kings, the New Jersey Devils, Buffalo Sabres, the San Jose Sharks, the Anaheim Ducks, Seattle Kraken, Nashville Predators, and the Arizona Coyotes.
I didn't know coyotes were on ice.
Yeah.
Seems like an odd.
Well, I mean, so is any team from Florida. Yeah.
San Jose Sharks.
But also the Oilers, Edmonton's in Texas. Edmonton's in Texas.
Yep, Dan Marino.
You got another question for us, too? Oh, let's hear the question.
So hard. I got VHS and teal and orange brown.
It's okay, I'm a 49er fan, I get it.
My dad's one. He's not from California.
Is unpaid internship exploitation?
What?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I was laughing. Do that one more time?
Is unpaid intern.
Unpaid internship exploitation.
Yes, it should be minimum wage.
I have a yes and no, maybe. Like I sit halfway on it, right?
Fair.
I think he went to the bathroom. He didn't leave. So he ain't really going anywhere. So, but
Just be hanging out
in
with
terms
friends.
of internship, right? As a chef, I've done stages, right? And staging is normal. And for those unfamiliar,
Time out.
stage.
Is that a hard Baja Blast?
Please try it. I only bought it because I was real curious, and it's
It's actually so good.
it tastes like a goddamn Baja Blast, everybody. If anybody you want to know, alright? Zero. Also, maybe advertise zero sugar. It's crazy. Zero sugar.
No, try it. It's so good.
It's pretty fucking good.
It's so good.
I mean, look, the off the tap at Taco Bell. You already know, alright? All my bell ringers already know.
At the cantina?
No, we got that at the Circle K.
I know, but like.
Oh, they probably sell that at the
Taco Bell
cantina too.
Cantina?
I'm sure. But it's good, right?
That's actually
It's
pretty
good. It's pretty good. It's
Yes.
pretty good. All right.
I don't know if they have one here in
Ladies,
Colorado.
ladies.
Sorry.
Ladies. No, but okay. So, internship as exploitation. So for those unaware, staging is a very, very normal thing in the service industry, specifically more so like the back of house, right?
Is that essentially what internship is? But Le
So
chef.
no, so oftentimes staging is I have staged even though I've been employed, right? I use one of my days off. Like I use a day off week or a day or two off week or whatever. Maybe I'm not employed, anything like that. But I go to another restaurant, but I'm working with the chefs there and I become part of their kitchen crew, but I'm learning from them. And it is an internship and I'm really like there's no expectation to pay. I have been like tipped out before, right? I've gotten some perks, whatever. But like there's no expectation for pay. So it is an unpaid internship, but also like I get to learn from them as well, right? Like I'm going
payment.
I feel like it's not exploitation if you're going into it knowing that you're not getting paid.
Well,
Right? If I sign
experience.
right, and like
Where
if I sign up to do this little experience, whatever it is, this internship, this who cares what you call it, and I agree to not get paid for it, then you're not exploiting me. Like I told you that like yeah, I'll do this and you won't pay me.
Yeah, for like industries that like require experience, like you have something that you need to have experience for, right? Like where else are you freaking gonna get it? Because who's gonna pay you to teach you from nothing, right? Like no,
Fair.
be able to come in and do something. So like I feel like internships.
I mean,
are essential.
but also like I mean, there's a balance there, right? It's all to an extent.
If you're putting in more than like 25, 30 hours at this place, I feel like you should be getting paid. If
Agreed.
it's
Agreed.
less
I'll agree with
than
that all
a
day.
part-time, then
Sure.
debatable.
Part time and below, you know what you signed up for.
Yeah.
If you're pulling full time hours
You should at least get
and
minimum
getting
wage.
nothing, well, or if you agreed to, or I guess the
I mean,
other,
if you
the only
agreed
other
to
thing
it
being
upon
like if you
signing.
agreed to that upon signing, like maybe you're just fucking stupid, right?
Yeah.
But like yes, if you somehow got rope-a-doped into this, like then yeah, I'm with you. Like that's exploiting somebody for their lack of experience and shit. Everything obviously, you know, with a grain of salt or you know.
Alright, let's switch it up. Should artists be canceled for their past behavior?
No. Oh my
Oh.
god, times
Are you the same
change.
person you were in high school?
What a heated topic.
I get to hop in on this.
Are you the same person you were when you were 18?
Alright.
Are you the same person you were when you were 21?
As
No, absolutely freaking not. You're never the
As
same
we-
person. Like the person that you were is the person that you were. And what was okay back then might have been okay back then.
For me,
no, but
You
like,
educate
listen.
yourself.
As a musical artist in the room, like no, not
for
a
me,
chance.
if it comes up late and it has to be addressed, address it. I don't. If you've already apologized for it, whatever intent it like was towards. If you apologize to that people, you shouldn't have to apologize.
No fucking
You should
apology.
address it, especially if you're in a public light and be like, yes, this was a time in my life where I was a different person and like
What do you
I
call
made bad
addressing?
choices, but
That's fair.
So
like
what do you
I'm
call
not
as
that
addressing?
person anymore.
What do you
Right,
call it as
correct.
addressing? Because like,
But like I shouldn't.
listen,
I shouldn't
like-
be canceled for it.
like listen, canceling is such a hard thing. Because like, yo, listen, do you affiliate? Like, do you accept murder?
What?
No, right? Like,
What
you
does
don't
that have to
accept-
do with?
No, but like, just answer the question, right? Do you accept murder?
That's
Right.
a gray area.
Nah, it's murder. As a whole.
I just said I'm for the death penalty.
Right. So like murder,
What about it though?
killing of a.
What does
killing
that
of another
have to
person.
do with the question?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, there's like artists that you can find that have done this shit, and you can still fuck with them, even though.
Canceling them because they did bad deeds.
I mean, if you get caught for murder, then you're going to jail. Like,
Right, but what if
you
the,
get
what if the
canceled
murder
by
was
the
something that
government.
was what if the murder was something was part of your past life? Like, you can't hold me as that now.
I
'cause
mean,
I'm a new
if
artist.
you got away with it, cool. There's a lot of people out there who commit murder. I mean, I'm not going to condone it. You know, I
I'm
mean,
not saying condone
if
it.
if someone murdered their sister's rapist, cool, high five that guy. If
Yeah,
he just
100%.
did a drive by and killed some people driving by, I don't like. I'm not gonna support them, but
Well,
it's
you
not
don't
my
try to get
business
a
to
game
cancel
about
them. I don't give. Cancel culture should be canceled
You don't
Right,
try to
yeah,
get a game
no,
about
because
it,
how can you like?
Christopher.
because you can't cancel people.
Yeah, like the things that were okay in the 70s or in the 90s,
You gotta
like, they're
try to
not
get a
okay
game
now. But
about
like
it.
Yeah.
people are still alive from that time, like, and they believed your
You
good things.
would.
Right.
You've matured. We've become a different society. Like we have progressed. Like things change. People change.
You
Like
gotta back out. You
how
gotta
it
go
was
to
then
battle.
is not how it is now. So like,
Yeah.
if that's how they were then, like that's that time. Like we have to accept that for what it is. Like we can't let our feelings dictate that that's wrong. Like that wasn't wrong. then.
Yeah.
You have to accept.
Are
that
we
as
doing
a person.
freestyle on Mondays? On a Wednesday?
No,
Oh. You're such a hater.
Why don't stop talking? All right, next question.
because I said no. I
yeah.
answered his question. I said no
Should war
Said
ever
no.
be
with like
considered
3
moral?
periods.
Yeah.
Huh?
What's that?
Should war ever be considered moral?
Yes.
What?
Easily.
All wars are.
Yeah,
considered
war is
moral.
absolutely.
Well, not all
People
wars
use-
are moral, but they can be.
I think everyone considers their war moral. though, if
Oh,
you think about
okay.
it, like,
No, I'm
individually.
with you on that. I got
So
you
like
there.
a lot of war is conducted through like religious belief.
Yeah,
like,
no, you went like real broad with it.
no, well, like no, very specifically, like
Oh no, I just meant like
Even if you go all the way
existentially.
back.
Like,
That
but, like the
ass,
cause
though.
of the root war. No, I'm on your side.
That's
I'm
a
on your
man.
side.
but like even like
It's
war
man.
period.
Oh, wait.
For the most part, it's
I
like
thought that was the guy
driven
who
in
was
some
letting
moral
us in.
concept that
It's
you
her.
have to
He's like,
do something
he's a different
because
video.
of
Right,
a
because of
deity,
your
a
beliefs.
god, moral
Because
belief.
we don't
Like
want to free some.
I'm on
they're
your side.
sinning. Like
I'm on your side.
so, I think
Agreed. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most. Yeah. It's easy for a war to be considered
I
moral.
see it.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
yeah, I think that's
I'm
an
on your
easy
side.
consideration. Like everybody thinks that every time
Should
they feel
parents-
justified.
Go.
Next question. There are 2 questions. Should parents have full control over their child's online presence?
Oh Jesus! I am not
Is
a
there-
parent. No, I am a parent. I'm not going to touch it.
Obviously, somebody that's under 18. Is anybody a parent in here? Raise your hand.
She's the only parent in here.
Have you seen the
I've got a
documentary
goddaughter,
Bad Influence?
No,
There's a documentary on Netflix. It's called Bad Influence. It's this mom, and she essentially has full control of her daughter's social media. She's a super big influencer in the like child realm. I like had no idea about her, but basically she coaches them into like doing stuff that a bunch of the kids don't feel comfortable with, and like if we're giving or parents full control, that's what fucking
that sounds like
happens.
extreme manipulation. That makes me uncomfortable.
Right.
Okay, so I
But
raise
then
kids.
on the other hand,
I raise
you
kids
have
with
the
technology.
same problem on the other hand, like where kids who aren't being watched or finding
finding
fucking
wild things.
murder and
So
sex and
I have
all type of
absolutely tried
shit.
to find a middle ground. So like I'm raising kids in like this technology world that's like freaking wild to me because like I remember freaking AOL dial-up.
Right. Parents are
One
so
of them is
flexible.
going to be 16 on Monday, and the other one will be 13 in July.
So you're hitting that sensitive spot right now.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of sensitivity in my house, to be fair.
No, I mean with the line.
Yes, one of them sounds just like me, and if I could knock my own teeth out, it'd be so great. The other one is building to be that way. Look like their dad, sound like me. So, anyways, I'm raising these kids, and it's in a world with all this technology. So, like, I used to have all these like things on my one oldest son's phone that like blocks all kind of content. I recently took all that off. He has no idea it's off. But like, I know how many hours they spend on the Xbox, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I try to teach them to be responsible and like I've raised my kids really weird. I raise them from different from everybody else because like when they get in trouble, like we have a conversation about it, we explain why, and like I let them have input on their punishment, and like we come up to a compromise that seems fair, and we shake on it. Like I try to teach them to be their own like independent person to make good choices, and when they make bad choices, we have conversations about them. So like I don't feel like my kids are making a lot of bad. They're gonna do some shit behind my back. I'm not ignorant, but I don't feel like they're making a lot of bad choices where I'm so worried about it. Like it depends on how you raise your kids. I think there are a lot of kids that are freaking out of control, but like if you're actually raising your kids and like you have conversations with them, like you're gonna have a lot better handle on it, I think.
Ass whoopings.
No.
Is what I
Next
think.
question that everybody can answer. Is monogamy outdated?
No.
Oh, no.
No.
You can fuck up me.
I mean,
What?
it's not for me, I'm monogamous. Other people, I don't give a fuck.
Like, I don't give a fuck what else you do, but like, if you're with me, like, we gonna be. Listen, I know I've given you the best dick you found, so why you gonna go looking for better?
I don't think
Polyamory.
it's
Right,
outdated.
like,
I just
you know
think
what I'm
polygamy
saying?
is updated.
Yeah, polygamy
that's
has
fine.
been updated.
I think
People are gonna
I
live their
think
life
it
like
is.
that,
Well,
but
I
monogamy
think-
itself is not outdated.
I think it's easy as this, right? Like monogamy is 100% not outdated. The only reason anybody ever thinks that monogamy the only reason anybody ever thinks that monogamy was outdated is because polygamy was so taboo for so long, right?
Yeah.
Versus it's not that monogamy is outdated. It's just that like now it's just that same polygamy was updated.
Came out the closet.
Right. Yeah. Right. It's like so now all it realistically is that like it's like nothing's out of date because like if that's the shit you're into then like if you're living in today's times, congratulations, like it's current. Like
My whole thing, really, is like.
And then next question after him.
Damn, I didn't get this.
No.
No,
next
after
question
you, go.
you.
Oh, after. No, like polygamy really is like one of those. Just I've given like a partner of mine the same situation where it's like if you want to fuck another chick, like fuck her with me, as opposed to just like break up with me type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like there's levels to polygamy and all that
What
shit.
about if she wants to fuck another guy?
thank you.
No,
that was
not
my next
chance.
question. So you don't
See,
like
but that's
polygamy.
me. But that's me. I'm respecting your sexual wishes. You respect my sexual wishes, right?
Right.
I don't like guys.
But
If you
what
like
if her
girls
sexual
too,
wish is to
we
fuck a
can
dude?
vibe on that level. Why? Because I like girls too. Like we can vibe on that, but we can vibe on you like
But
guys.
what if her sexual desire is to fuck another dude?
Wait.
Damn,
may
then we
I-
gotta explore that. It's
Can
not
I-
on my level too, but if we both match on the level of we fuck with girls, like yeah, we can vibe on that level.
But I think all we're saying through this then, right?
See, but you better fuck with double triangles.
No, look. All I'm saying is that like for anybody that wants that, all Eric is saying is that's not his thing. What?
No way.
What was the question? I just didn't hear the
No,
question.
no,
Legitimately,
no.
I did not hear the question.
Don't worry about it. Just keep going with
Ask the question.
I didn't ask a question.
You didn't ask
He
a question.
he said devil's.
Oh,
He
word.
said a devil's
like there.
three-way is forbidden, and I said no because I've experienced one.
No, yeah, guys, I've run amok. All right, I've had.
What if the conversation isn't like?
Okay.
What if the conversation is it's more about what your spectrum is. Like when you get with your partner, like my husband and I are totally monogamous, but like what if when you get with your partner and you guys are
Ooh, guess what? Guess what? Ooh,
boundaries.
I
So then you
have.
find your boundary, and then
Yes.
that's what is.
Right.
Yes.
I have. I. This is gonna be mind blowing for maybe some of you.